Namaste to each and every one of you, and welcome to this channel, to this video, Raising Intelligent Kids. We have already made more than 300 videos on that subject, most of which are dedicated to children. I have been thinking about it and already have hundreds of other topics to talk about and share my understanding with you. The topic I thought today is beyond raising intelligent kids, raising intelligence in kids, raising intelligence in kids. And the first question came to my mind that why do I teach? Why do I engage with children? And why I enjoy it? So, first of all, I truly believe that spending time with children, trying to teach them something, is to me the most important thing to do in life. Because you never know how many of these children will become tomorrow's leaders, scientists, artists, creators, and great intellectuals. Not only intellectuals, but produce something, create something on the ground for the benefit of humanity. And beyond the benefit of humanity, for the protection and welfare of humanity. So, in this process, I came up with 6 reasons. First, as I mentioned, I truly enjoy doing it because I believe it is the most important thing to do. The second point is that in today's education system for children and to higher education is divided into subjects, into levels. The system, education system, has somehow chosen at which grade what the children are capable of doing. I have found that even young children are very, very capable of learning deeper and subtler subjects. So we tend to classify them. And also, as they grow older, we channel them towards certain specific subjects and discard all the other subjects. They choose a stream of education. If they want to become this, become that, they learn only that. And that, I believe, is a limiting factor. I think children, at least in early years, should be exposed to variety of disciplines, should be exposed to how the mind works, how the body works, how society works, how things are made, how imagination happens, how to rest, how to plan, how to strategize, and learn about mathematical concepts, science concepts, and imagine future situations, that what leads to what, the causality. So these kind of concepts are usually avoided when teaching children. And my approach has been that from early on, children should be exposed to a variety of disciplines. Not only then they can choose what attracts them, but they should be exposed to it so that whatever they choose to do, they will be able to relate it to other disciplines, other fields of knowledge. So this multidisciplinary aspect of teaching children is of great interest to me. And thirdly, the psychological aspect, because there have been lots of studies in human psychology, including child psychology, how children learn rather than what children learn, and how the growth during early years of childhood takes place. A lot of experiments have been done. So I have tried to learn from those experiments and bring in to teach the children. The fourth point is not only to expose them to multidisciplinary learning, but also how to synthesize the knowledge so that they can easily grasp it. And along with synthesis is another important aspect, how to simplify so that they become interested in learning. It is not that you force them to sit and listen to you, whatever you have to say, but they should be interested in it. And when they are interested in it, they learn better and faster. They learn how to pay attention, how to listen, how to absorb, how to observe. So this is an important part also. In addition to synthesis, simplification of complex ideas. The fifth point I would like to mention is that there have been large volumes and volumes of studies, research on school systems, education systems, how children are taught, how teachers are trained, how education policy is formulated, how budgets are allocated to the school system, and how schools interact with one another. That is, the environment of the school and non-competitive learning from one another. One teacher discovers a new way, better way of teaching, he would share it rather than keep the knowledge to himself. So this kind of sharing, collective effort in education is very important. And I had the opportunity to learn about education systems throughout the world. Some good practices, how those education systems evolved, what practices they adopt, and the best education systems which exist in 2 or 3 smaller countries. In large education systems, things do get bureaucratized, hierarchy is developed, and real growth, real openness to knowledge is somehow compromised. So, this point is about how to draw upon the knowledge that already exists, research, experiments that have been done, and learning from best school systems and their practices, and bring that to our children today, so that when they go to the regular schools, they are already open-minded and they are seeking to learn rather than learning being imposed upon them. And the sixth point I would like to mention is that I teach purely, actually to a large extent, for my own benefit. I learn from it, I learn how children learn, and I also find an opportunity how to simplify complex topics and questions to children, and most importantly, how to fill gaps sometimes I find in my own knowledge. For example, when I plan to teach a topic to children, I spend a lot of time contemplating how I would do this. Should I teach this point by telling a story? If I am missing something, I have a theme in my mind, but some factual knowledge I am missing. So I do some research and try to fill the gaps so that when I present this to children, they don't get lost that I told them about step number 1 and 2, but number 3 is missing and I'm jumping to number 4. So I provide a gradual, a progressive approach to teaching them through simplicity and to interconnectedness, multidisciplinary approach that also interests me, because if I'm not interested, even if I know a lot of things, it will be difficult for me to teach. So the best, most important requirement for good teachers is that they should be interested in and enthusiastic about teaching. They feel rewarded, they feel delighted, they feel uplifted by teaching, and also a sense of responsibility, because what a teacher does is the most important job in the world. Thank you for listening. We'll meet again soon.